Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So, my original plan, I did a collab with Nano and Mr. Sauceman, Diddy Sauce. We did one of them three-way collabs, right? Now, I had a little bit of an issue, with the, some editing issues. So mine is a little late. I missed the bell for old Diddy and Nanos. I'm a little, slightly late. This World Tournament, I'm still grinding World Tournament. Still, my goal is to get top 1,000. So your boy, I've got to come up with something. Now, my angel, right here, who I'm gonna dig in his butt in 2 seconds. Don't you worry about this. But I was like, damn, I need a video. My angel got me. He said, basically talk about the content stuff, and it's like, oh, I saw this tweet as well. Boom, we could talk about this. Now, I think that there's a lot of how do I say this? I think there's there's valid criticisms for both side. Like if you like some of this content, if you agree with what this Reddit post is saying, the best year of Dokkan in terms of how much difficult content they're putting out, along with the quality and diversity of it. I think there's arguments for each side. I would probably lean a little bit more towards agreeing with the Reddit post, but certainly, I think a lot of people's criticisms of some of the stuff like the red zones and festival, it's very valid. I don't think it's like stupid. Like that's a big thing with festival is people twist everything about what I do, what I say, no matter what, they're twisting it, right? Saying it's too long, not interested, I get that. That's legit, right? But my point has always been, but it still exists, and they're still making characters for it. So, it's kind of it's very relevant at the moment, right? Okay, so, let's just look at this Reddit post. Let's see what they're saying about the events. And then I'll be curious to kind of see what people are saying, in relation to this. So, again, the best year of Dokkan in terms of how much difficult content putting out, along with the quality and diversity of it. Now, short-term content right here. Now, I think that this is very funny, and watch this. It's very disingenuous by a lot of people, like my beloved angel Alpal right here. So we're just pretending that this doesn't, dude, short content, these, quick burst fights. Yes, it's like the original Super Battle Road stages. There's several different fights we're going through, so it can add up. But this is what the community has always referred to as short content. We have always referred to this like that. Super Battle Road stages, all the fucking sudden, are not short content because we want to bitch and cry and moan. Yes, it's what we've always considered short-term content. Something that would not be short-term content would be like the Jiren fight in this red zone, where it's, one continuous fight that's going, now 10 plus turns, 10 to 15 turns. But one of these quick fights right here, it's a lot of times it's tough to even see turn 4. Turn 5 is almost never, right? It's so infrequently that I would ever be able to pop one of the 10th anniversary fusions. Sometimes I could do a Veku or a Patara break just as we're wrapping the phase up. But yeah, this is what we generally refer to as short-term content. It's always been that way. But now, because 2025 is the year of fucking crying about everything, now all of a sudden we're switching up what the example is. It's come on, kids. All right. We could say we don't like this stuff without having to lie, right? We could just, you get it. Multiple continuous fights per stage. Certainly, it is 2 phases now instead of the 1 that the Super Battle Road was, but these still do generally go pretty quick. Yeah, fights don't have a lot of HP. Besides Gamma 1, to be fair, of the battle-hard and formidable foes at this point, I'm pretty much only just running the final stage because it's the hardest. It's mostly because of Cell Max, right? Really, what this event is, it's Super Battle Road, but it gets a lot of, red zone type gimmicks added to it, is what it is. One of the few difficult events that allow the enemy to be stunned or sealed. Well, usually sealing is blocked in here, right? Let me double check. It might be different per stage. Pretty much all the stages we are able to stun turn 1. But all right, so I know this one you can't seal in the movie edition, part 5. Let me just see these other ones. Can't seal, can't seal, can't seal. Oh, you can seal this middle phase of Broly here. The middle phase of Kefla you could seal. That's interesting. So the fights that have 3 phases, you can seal the middle phase. Yeah, but essentially sealing is not really a thing besides specifically the middle phase of some of these 3-part bosses. But stunning can work turn 1. Yeah, it can work and be very helpful. All right, let's see what the red zones say. Generally long form content, yeah, because even the 1 phase fight, 1 single fight per stage, there is one, like, the last stage, it's funny, again, like, some of these, like, I don't know, like, I do feel like these days I'm going insane. Can I find it? Yeah, like, again, like, we're just completely switching up what short-term content was. There was one, yeah, see, again, we're just completely switching it up. Red zone's 1 single fight per stage. Like, I mean, this kid Corby Law, do I think that this is, I mean, I guess we're going to do another drop right here. Is this a private server player? Because here's the thing about 1 single fight per stage. Yeah, that is a thing. 2 of the hard, well, I'm not going to really call the blue Vegeta fight one of the hardest ones. But you know what these 2 at the end are? These are the mission fights. They have continually added missions to these fights. These are the ones getting all the missions, which we literally just saw, which is the reason why I ask, I wonder, like, is this a private server player? Because, like, we were all just fighting these fights. This was 1 fucking week ago. We were fighting these fights. 1 week ago. And it's a shit ton of missions added to these fights. So it's like they do have one of those, but then remember we have the long, you know, the Jiren fight, you know, the Fusion Zamasu fight, the Universe 6 for 7. The hits are very dangerous in those stages. You know, those ones do go on longer. Phases have a lot of HP, but don't hit too hard early on in the fight. Yeah, I would say I kind of don't like that so much. I mean, this is an issue with some of these longer red zone fights. And, I mean, certainly you could say Festival. Festival is kind of like a unique thing. We haven't seen something like that. But I'm not the biggest fan of the design of, like, the Jiren red zone fight. So, like, this main one, it does just feel a little boring going through these 3 phases. Now, I get that the structure of it, like, it is similar to Festival in their thinking of they're giving you 3 phases to stack some characters up to be ready for the 2 Jirens. But I would say that the fights certainly do feel more engaging when it's just where you're kind of just, like, tossed right in. Like, Goku and Frieza, you know, like, you're pretty much just, like, in the shit right away. So it's just very, I don't know, it just feels more engaging is the word I would use. Easily. Remember, there was the Trunks fight during the 9th anniversary, which I really liked because, you know, the character that would start out in slot 7 could just get insta-killed by that Trunks, right? Like, locked and killed, no counterplay, right? Like, that's, I mean, maybe it's not fun to just be instantly one-shotted like that, but it certainly is challenging and, you know, can be engaging to really get you to think right away, right? And the Goku and Frieza fight was like that too, whereas this one, you know, Festival and stuff like that, it's like, you know, we're taking our sweet time. That's why, like, I have more fun to an extent with the Blue Goku fight because it starts out very challenging, but then at a certain point, it does feel like he just has way too much HP. Because once you get, like, full control of the fight, you're kind of just, like, you know, slowly whittling him down. So, like, I could get that, you know, like, people say that there's too much HP on these bosses. I could get behind that 100%. I mean, it is funny that, you know, people for years have asked for longer fights. It's true. For years, they wanted longer fights where they could stack years and years and years. And we finally get that. And it's like, oh, yeah, but it's too long. But, I mean, it's certainly, like, this, he does have too much HP, right? Because it's like a lot of the challenge, because he's double supering right away, he's dodge canceling, right? Like, he didn't need 1.5 million HP. It doesn't make it harder. It just makes it drag on, right? Is kind of the thing. So, like, if he was dropped down to, like, 1 billion HP, I would think that this would be a better fight because it would feel a little bit less drag-on-y. And then this one, it just is so slow. I mean, a lot of times in these showcases now, I really, like, I really want to try and keep it at the front of my mind to pretty much just skip through these parts really quick and just pretty much start at the Jirens, man. Because, like, these earlier phases, I mean, these bosses aren't doing nothing to nobody. Bergamo, Kale, Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, Boda Magetta, Ribrian, and Catapesla. I mean, Catapesla can hit kind of hard, but the rest of these bosses, I mean, they're not really doing nothing, right? Now, the Red Zone Dragon Ball, this specific Dragon Ball Saga Red Zone even used a lot of orb changing and debuffing abilities. This one was a definite miss. Because, so there's been 3 Red Zones up to this point. I mean, I guess last year we did have, it was the Supreme Magnificent Battle, and we did have the memorable battle event. And then we had a Red Zone for Golden Week, the Buu Saga Red Zone, rather than Saiyan Day this year, where we had the Dragon Ball Saga Red Zone. The Buu Saga Red Zone was definitely much better than the Dragon Ball Saga Red Zone, though. Kid Buu, I think, is one of the best fights ever. I think it's one of the better designed fights ever, the Red Zone Kid Buu fight. I really like them giving players the ability to just kill him instantly, right? Like with, smart team building or, use nuking items, stuff like that. Being able to attack debuff Kid Buu to kind of keep him a little bit down. He has a nullification. I really like the design of the Red Zone Kid Buu fight, right? Whereas, like, the Dragon Ball Saga fights are just kind of like throwaways, really. So this is incredibly long content, 2+ hours. I don't know. This is a very difficult fight. Like, it is pointless to even argue about it, because, like, people just don't care. Like, no one is going to have a good faith, like, discussion about this, right? They're just going to say, I fucking hate it, it's terrible, and it's so easy, right? But it's like, it is very hard because of the stacks, but, like, that's the part of the fight. I can only really remember, no, not stacks, charges is what I meant to say. I can remember the charges being a thing in one other fight, and it was Battlefield Zamasu many years ago. Like, the end of 2018 or something like that, the start of 2019. Battlefield Zamasu sometimes with charges was a pain in the ass, because he would heal so much. And remember, back then, our boxes and characters were way worse, right? But, yeah, I don't know. This event is... It is just annoying to talk about, because it's like, this has it's the same thing as the Red Zone, where the first, dude, I don't know. I don't really consider it that tough until you get to UI Goku. UI Goku is the first phase that's tough, because he supers for 11 million. That's the first, like, fight in there, where it's like, this is like an abnormal damage you don't encounter elsewhere, right? Besides, like the launch shit, and you guys know what I'm talking about, the, exciting heroine battle event. So it takes a long time to get there, but it's to build up your characters, right? Like, if you were just dropped into the end of that fight and the charges were still a thing, we couldn't win. Like, if you started at, like, the physical Super Saiyan Goku, like, just, like, turn 1, I think it would be impossible to win. And if the charges existed still, it would be impossible you wouldn't be able to kill back the Goku in 3 turns, the Daima phase in 3 turns, or the Gogeta and Vegito in 4 turns. You wouldn't be able to do it. So it's going to be interesting to see how this event, like, how characters come out and stuff like that. I still think if you really hate this, you just watch this. This is really, if you don't like it, just don't fucking do it. I know that's crazy, but just don't do it. The rewards aren't going anywhere. You can just wait till later and let later on characters decimate it, right? Uses enemy abilities, barely seen other events, charge count. Yeah, the charge count is pretty rare. It does feel bad, though, to lose to charge count. That doesn't feel good. I guess Battlefield Baby in the anniversary, kind of, that was a bit of a thing, right? Mid-length content. So I haven't done too many of these fights. You know which fight I think could be very good for, like, a showcase would be that Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. He can build up and get pretty scary. I mean, I thought this was a fine event. It gives pretty good rewards for big-time characters. Mostly mission-based content as well. And then finally, the seriously... okay, so this one, it's very easy. I don't know. I don't really have a problem with this being as easy as it is. Because not every fight that needs to come out needs to be this or this, right? Like, they don't all need to be ass-pounding fights. I still, even a year on, would side on, like, defending the Legendary Freeze event. I would. I mean, they could have made it a little bit more difficult, but, there are more than just, like, the 1% players who are min-maxing everything and stuff like that. I think a lot of different, varying levels of difficulty for content can be good. So like I'm not really too bothered even right now about the difficulty of the Infinite Dragon Ball history stages either. I don't really have a problem with how easy that those have become either. So with this, more stages to be added. Yeah, it seems like what's going to happen is we're going to get a new stage every single Dokkan Fest, probably fighting against the Dokkan Fest. Short number of phases. Well, so far, yeah, just the one. Damage tiles allows you to, utilize HP-based abilities at your leisure, which is good. And unique gimmicks. We'll see. We'll see. We've only had one. I expect another stage will be added to this, probably on like the 30th. When do we think the next Dokkan Fest is coming out? Yeah, probably like the 30th or the 29th is the next Dokkan Fest. Yeah. It's gonna be like right here. One of these 2 days, we'll see the next Dokkan Fest, and we'll get another stage of that. This seems good, because it seems like it's going to allow players to get tickets for the Dokkan Fest, right? You just do the stage once, and you have tickets to summon. Like, I mean, that's certainly pretty good. So, I don't know. There is a lot of diverse content. I think that is, like, a lot of it is structured pretty well. Like, I'll defend this one. I think that this is fine as well, the 10th anniversary battle. I think Battle Hard and Formidable Foes is fine as well. Where there's some issues maybe we could talk about would be these, but yeah, this is kind of like the main content that the community would gravitate towards too. I don't know about Festival, man. I don't know, just whatever. Just leaving it as is. I wish they would just, I don't know, I guess make Kale, Kefla, and Bergamo tougher. Maybe they wouldn't need to increase their damage, but maybe give them abilities. AoEs, locking, dodge canceling, sealing. I think that the start of this needed to feel a little bit more deadly. And then, like these guys probably just have too much health, where it's less of, it's very challenging because they have so much health, and more so they're just like damage sponges that just sit there, right? Let's see if anyone has... It's subjective. Yeah, I mean, this is true. This is definitely true. Many don't like festival battles, and saying no one's got time for that, it's way too long. I mean, that's valid. Like, I've never argued against that. Create content for any major play style. Do more Battle Hard and Formidable Foes, Red Zone, still solid start. Yeah, true. I mean, okay, let's see. Surprising and decent. Last 3 months after the anniversary. Actually, I'm inclined to not agree. All right, let's see. Quality, and then Festival. I still do think that there's too much discussion about Festival, though. Like, people really do act like the Festival battles, like, fuck their mother or something. Like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's just one hard event. I mean, it is the hardest event, so it's gonna garner the most discussion, for sure. But, like, if you don't do it, don't fucking do it, man. Like, I don't, like, even, like, when I'm doing, like, my tier lists and stuff like that, like, I'm not, like, all right, guys, nothing else in the game matters except for, Festival. Like, I never talk like that, right? Like, it's, like, even, when Red Zone Fusions and Monsters, would I change anything here? Right now, I feel good about this. Maybe the one thing I would do is move AGL Cell a little down. I think I might move that's the only thing I'm maybe a little bit hung up on. Right now, looking at this is fine, yeah, okay. So, like, I'm not, like, dude, a lot of these characters here, like, I like Texel better than Glorio, and Glorio is probably a better character in Festival battles, although, to be fair, I hate Glorio in Festival, dude. I can't stand Glorio in Festival, right? Like, it's not, like, there is a lot of different content, and I'm trying to judge... I don't know, just kind of like the quality of the character, vaguely taking into an account, like, a lot of this stuff right here, right? Let's just see. Alpo, I mean, thank you, my darling. Mwah, Alpo, I love him. I love that kid. But, like, it was him who gave me the idea to do this video, and I went hard on him. But it's okay. It's all love. He knows. Dokkan Reddit fascinates me. They're usually wrong. And when they have a good point, which happens once every 216 years, they somehow get it wrong. Okay. I mean, no, I guess the thing is people don't know. Okay. People don't know that, like, I was going to be, like, doing, like, a video on this, which I think I can definitely get, I think, some better, like, more well-intentioned arguments from people if I do a video on a post that they don't know I'm going to do it, right? Because a lot of times if people know I'm going to do a video on a post, I guess they're going to start talking differently. You guys know what I mean? So I wish Magpie would have expanded upon this a bit, but Here's my darling Minato. People arguing about being criticized. Dude, oh my god, thank you, Minato. Holy fuck, yes. Yeah, all of a sudden we're just switching it up because we're mad this year. Like, come on. Please, dude. Yeah, holy hell. Did he get replies to this? What were people's arguments to this? Yeah, Super Auto is considered short form content forever. Exactly, dude. Most fun I've had when I sit down and play the game. To see my units actually hit their peaks for once. Yeah, I mean, that is true. I do like the challenge constantly, though, I would say. Like, especially the day Red Zone Kid Booth came out, like, you did feel like it was very tough dealing with Kid Booth's super attack, specifically slot 3, turn 2, with some of those teams. Right, like taking a bunch of different characters in there, you could really feel how scary that slot 3 super was at times, right? Whereas like now, I mean, certainly these red zone fights, it's just like, bro, it's just there's not much challenge early on. Like we're not dying to these starter phases. Maybe the mobile game usually... Oh, motherfucker. Here we go, dude. Yeah, you want to know the funny thing about the mobile game? Is you don't have to obsessively just sit there and do it the whole time. It's a mobile game. You could do a couple of turns and then, I don't know, walk outside and get some fresh air. Close the app and go do something else and come back to it. Vector treating this shit like, World Tournament, Grand Finals... Evo Grand Finals, man. I gotta sit there and lock the fuck in. I can't do nothing else. I can't drink. I can't eat. I can't shit. I can't do anything. It's Grand Finals, dude. Agree with the list and what it says 100%. Oh, okay. A lot of it I'm right there with, too. I mean, like, what is wrong here? There is, the mission fight is one fight per stage. The one thing is I just really will not defend the Dragon Ball Saga Red Zone. Because it's not, like, I don't know, like, there's not, like, what's being said here? I mean, you could say this is the opinion right here. In this, like, image, though, at the bottom, like, this shit is not really, like, opinion. Like, this is just all correct. I mean, there's not really much ceiling, but you get what I'm saying here. Yeah. Okay. We'll look at a few more. I'm definitely interested to see what people are saying. Yeah. Let's see. So this guy says quality quotations, but no argument. Let's see. That is called variety. I wouldn't refer to a lot of these fights as quality. Yeah, I see, because no one else is presenting an argument. Mine is just at the start of these fights feels a little boring, right? Like, let's just take Festival out of the discussion and just use, like, something like this or the other Jiren fight. The start of it certainly just feels a little boring. Whereas, like, we can go to a lot of previous fights where it felt very scary early on. Like, even the Omega fight, the Omega Shadow Dragon event fight, felt very scary right away. But the day it came out, felt, doing like... Remember, what was the really tough one? Is the final trump card mission I was doing? I think so. I gotta charge my keyboard. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Final trump card. Dude, like, this shit starting out, this was tough. Like back when this event was a thing, like this opening phase was tough because he had dodge canceling right away, right? Oh my god, dude! Looking at older Dokkan now, like how it does look a lot better right now, huh? Like the way it like slanted and stuff. Like I think it looks better nowadays. It really does. Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah. That, like, slant, like, looking at old Dokkan, it's like, whoa, dude, that's what we played, like, for 9 years? Holy shit. Well, I guess, 10, really, right? 10 years. Some form of strategy. Yeah, true. Yeah, you could do definitely some good strategies there. Can you stack fast enough? I mean, certainly there is a lot of, especially in the Int Jiren one, right? Like, setting your character, like, there's definitely strategy going into this guy with what characters you have lined up to go into slot 1 and stuff like that against him. So like, there is certainly strategy there, but it's just a little slow to get to it, right? Oh, here's Embarrassed Bat. Here, I'll give him a like. It's a good post. It garnered some good discussion here. Oh, here we go. Not the fights, but that the units just don't do enough damage to kill the boss before he could catch someone. Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing I've been talking about a lot this year, right? That's why I do think this year damage matters more. I'm sorry, but your average, like, 16-year-old Twitter user, you guys can get mad at this all you want to, have the egos of fucking NBA players, man. I'm sorry. Like, new information comes up this year. At Dodge this year, I don't think is as good, right? Defense is, like, not as, like, all important as it was last year. Like the conditions of these tough fights, this meta, is different than it has been. I think this year, damage is more important than it probably ever has been, because exactly this. The fight will go on long enough that the boss will catch someone. Some of your characters' abilities will run out. They'll as long as the boss doesn't super this character, we're good. And then eventually, across 15 turns, the boss is probably going to target them, right? Like, you know, stuff like that. Quality argument. Okay. Yeah, I mean, because if we're going to compare the red zone stages, I mean, I would definitely say I liked the 9th anniversary Supreme Magnificent Battle stages better, right? Like the Beast, the Blue Gogeta, and the Trunks, I like better than, say, the Blue Goku, the Jiren, right? Stuff like that. Again, I'm trying to keep Festival out of this as much as I can to just, like, kind of, like, focus in rather than, like, you guys get what I'm saying. Not every event needs to be tailored for veteran play. 100%, I agree. This is true, man. Like, this is. So that's why, like, I think serious all-out battles and the 10th anniversary battle are fine. Although, I mean, the mission content in the 10th anniversary battle is going to be very challenging for some players. So, I don't know. I feel like this is good. We'll end here. Definitely some good discussions. I mean, I certainly would not say I don't agree with a lot of the stuff people are saying. Or wait. I certainly would not say that I completely disagree with, like, some of this stuff, right? Like, people take an exception to the term quality being used. But, I mean, Mr. Debate right here, you know, one fucking word in quotations, perhaps, I don't know, we could put an argument down. God damn it. Most of this is just stuff we've already... Yeah, just... Okay, we've kind of... I think we covered this enough. Let me know what you guys think. Now, keep in mind, the next time I think we're going to see maybe a little bit of a change would be Tanabata, which is the end of next month. So, you know, the last couple of days of June, when Tanabata starts, is when we could see a very, very difficult fight. I remember the Blue Cow Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta fight dropped immediately with Tech UI, and I remember people on the timeline, oh my god, the fight is, whoa, what are they doing? And then Goku and Frieza was way harder, and it dropped like 2 weeks later, right? So, keep in mind that fights, you know, we could be getting a major thing that's different. We'll see what's going to happen with festivals. It's just going to be like a new, harder, like, Red Zone style fight, or what exactly is going to happen. You know, we'll see. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.